If we're holding tension in these areas all the time, we've got issues. We've got dysfunction. All right? So, I'm not a big believer in doing our typical flexion work for ab development. It is not just from the, Stu McGill school of saying, well, that's bad for, loaded spinal flexion. Let's not talk about that piece at all. All right? Let's talk about the piece of we're training those two systems independently. Just like my big issue with doing too heavy of hip thrusters is we get into, some anterior tilt too much. We're not able to get full hip extension. We're still training the glutes. We build a nice big booty that it isn't integrated into the system, the core. We don't have that athletic carryover because we're not training the neural patterns for this to work with a stabilized core and be grounded to the floor and transferring that power out, okay? So same thing. If you're doing loaded work, how's the diaphragm actually working to inflate? It's not. Again, this is why a plank, a rollout, stir the pot. But again, a lot of people could be doing that, strictly just ab-based. So again, you want to get into that piece where you're focused on making that rigid. You're breathing into it, pushing against, what did we have in that last slide? Pushing against our hot water balloon, that big outer. So we want to make that outer sheath rigid and hard, but we need to be filling it with air. Okay? So we need to be working both. And on top of that, and I see this is a big issue, in powerlifting, people just want to work on the air side, and they think that that's bracing, right? I think I've hit on the topic why that isn't, but just creating a big belly full of air, the biggest air you see possible, is not bracing, right? You've got one piece, but not the other. Learn to work both together is a system. And then once you've got that, figure out where you're at on the dial. So, takeaways. Here's what we need to focus on, right? Breathing dysfunction. If you've got it, fix it. Nothing else matters until you do. You will continue to have issues. 2, posture. You must have the correct posture before you brace. Bracing. We need to integrate both that outer sheath with having the correct posture, as we already said, filling with air, working against it. All right? Then lastly, understand, where are you at? Where are you at on the dial? Okay? Breathing is not bracing. They are integrated. You must know how to do both for performance aspect and safety aspect.